laughing at the sedative. To get away, they inject poison. To escape all reality that's bad for me, but it's worse for you. Cause you act like you know, but you ain't got a clue in this concrete jungle.
Yes, people, welcome to another edition of IT.com's 3-minute rant. Coming from sunny Jamaica. I'll be the only one coming from sunny Jamaica, unfortunately. Right, let me get straight into it. English clubs, namely Man City and Arsenal. You're going to make me root for Chelsea and Man United in the Champions League, and that's something I don't want to do, is root for teams like Chelsea and Manchester United in the Champions League. Because really and truly, we need English clubs to be good and show how good the Premiership is when they go abroad. But teams like Man City and Arsenal keep failing. Why do they keep failing? Why? I don't really want to root for teams like Chelsea and Man United in the Champions League, but you got me rooting. I'm going to have to be rooting for them for the sake of English clubs, to make Europe not feel English clubs a pushover. Man City bought the league. You got how many players, all this Arab money. What's your goal? Just to be the best team in England? What happens when you go Europe? And don't come and say, oh, we play the best team. Because to win the Champions League, you have to play the best teams and beat the best teams. How comes when you come up against the best teams, you are always losing? What's wrong, Man City? You got all the Arab money, you got all the squad, all the players. When you come up in the Champions League, you falter all the time. Moving on to Arsenal, that's even worse. Now, Arsenal's been in the Champions League, how many seasons in a row? 14 seasons in a row? That's 14 times you failed. And don't ever come tell us that you had to play Barcelona, you had to play Bayern Munich multiple times. Because, as I said, to win the Champions League, you have to play the best teams and beat the best teams. That shows you are the best in Europe. And you keep failing multiple times, Arsenal. Multiple times, Man City. I know Man City ain't been in the Champions League as much, but you shot your way to the top by buying the league. Now, the same teams should go in Europe and perform in Europe. And it's not only about inexperience, because you've got players like Yaya Toure, who's played in the Champions League numerous times. You've got players like Aguero. What's going on? What is the issue with English teams in Champions League? You're just making English teams look silly in the Champions League, because you come up against these teams, your Barcelonas and your Bayern Munichs, and you're faltering every time. And now you're going to make me root, which I don't want to do, you're going to make me root for Chelsea and Manchester United in the Champions League. Two teams that I don't really want to root for in the Champions League, but just for the sake of English clubs to do well and perform in the Champions League, I might have to root for them because of Man City and Arsenal's constant failures in the Champions League. Now, both of you got humbled too, alright? You're going to say sending offs, penalties, etc. But the fact is, it's a results game. You lost your home leg. You best impress me in the away leg, because like I said, I don't want to be rooting for Chelsea and Man United in the Champions League. Come on, fix up. My time, later.
To the sun rises, shines in the morning, then we hustle some more. Wanna stop from being poor, Lord help all my ghetto survivors, but still we hardcore. Fighting months to suffer just to get a bit further. Tuck a bucky and ace, another life to waste. Brothers roll with no dough and their mentality shows. Grab a hold and your foes on road and let